Yo, yo, yo. What's going on here? Okay, this actually says I'm live, but that's not said I'm live. So that's up. There we go. It's all like delayed. Oh, apparently we've been live for a minute. And there's like a long delay where it's just like just rotating, saying, you know, broadcast starting. All right. So it's Friday. So happy Friday. We ended up doing really well yesterday. Took a couple trades off stream. Market's kind of ripping. Kind of coming back after a bunch of these lows. Whoa! And here we are. We're still kind of getting worked up, getting into the groove. Still kind of trying to loosen up. Whew. So let's jump to it. So all right. So we've got this one here. So market's actually making new highs right now. Beginning of a new trend. This trend started here about at just right around 7 o'clock, 7:10. And we are trending very much to the upside. We're up a lot on the day, up to 4,012. Yesterday we were riding around the 3,900 mark, having a hard time breaking through 4K. And we're breaking through it right now, continuing to make highs. And this was a nice rip. This was right around the time I was setting up the stream here. It was like right in this area. And it just continued to rip, really. And I was actually tempted to take a trade right in this area, but I wouldn't have been able to be focused enough on it. So let's go ahead and take just like a baby trade. And that's definitely not a baby trade. Let's drop this down to the baby trade levels. Okay, so we're up to 125 on the sim. It's continuing to rip there. How much time we got left in this candle? We've got about 15 seconds on this candle. I'm going to jump over here to the evaluation. We're going to click and try and get zoomed in here. Getting a little pullback here. Gonna try to make sure that we're patient. So yesterday, I ended up taking some trades after the stream during a trend reversal. That when I sat down on my computer around 11 o'clock, I just saw some ops. So took like 2 trades and brought our yesterday end of day balance up to 280 on the evaluation. So I was pretty happy about that. Hopefully I didn't miss this whole move, but it looks like I did miss a lot of it because we had 1 pullback, 2 consolidate, and then kind of 3, but this is really the 3rd move here, and then a pullback, and then this 4th off these highs. So hopefully I didn't miss too much of that move. I'm not going to push it though. I don't want to necessarily just trade on the backside of a move. So this 40-10 level looks interesting to me. Let's go ahead and throw in some. That's like right at 405. We got this level here at 4. So that would have been a nice little trade there. Off that 40-10 level I mentioned. Looks like we might. Whoops. Looks like we might pop up a little bit. I'm trying to get the charts exactly how I want them. It just is easier for me to trade when I can see everything about that candle. Nice little bounce there. Very micro. Looking for a more consolidated move, or I should say a more decisive move, something like that. This candle's almost done. New candle now. We get a pullback on that one. And looks like, yeah, I don't know. This one seems indecisive to me. I honestly think it's going to push up, but I don't know about taking it in my I don't have enough confidence in its upward push, if that makes any kind of sense. Right here near these highs, we actually like tapped that high for 13.75. So no trades in the eval yet. 2 trades in the sim. Being very careful. There we go. Let's tap in new highs. Not enough of a break. I mean, I absolutely could have traded through this area and bounced off that 40-10, like we mentioned, but essentially the movement is kind of slower than I want to see. So, so I'm hesitant to get into a position yet. Might start off with like I'm gonna say 2 ticks. We're making highs off this candle here, so in which case I don't know whether to go like 2, 3, or 5. 5 would be $1.25, so it would have to get hit 40, 16, 25. That'd be 4 right there. If you're hanging out, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. All that stuff just helps the channel grow. Ring the bell for notifications and whatnot. We've only taken a couple of trades in our sim. Haven't taken anything in the eval yet. Nothing's looked really great to me. Although I could have traded through this level, it basically grinded up very, very slowly and just difficult to actually trade that. It looks like it would have hit that 5 ticker that I was mentioning. Let's switch to 2. Let's take a. I was gonna take a quick trade off that pullback, but it pulled back too much. We got a red here. We're still very diverged on the all the indicators. Got the blue, the 35 though. Okay. It's like that.
Order filled.
Ready to cut this quick if I have to. Oh, I don't like that.
Order filled.
Ooh, big hit on that one. That was a 250 tick to the down. What is that? Or $250 down. That's like 10 ticks. Jeez. Oh, dude, and it pop right back. Well, easy come, easy go. That's trading. Good for an entry here. Just not seeing it. It feels kind of ouchy wawas. I'm actually kind of shocked about that, frankly. New candle here in 2 seconds. That just goes to show just like how fast it can go against you, and even if you're right about the trade, the pullbacks can get you, you know. And one of the reasons why the pullbacks tend to get me is because they pull back a lot and they make me hit sort of like my risk level, and once I hit my risk level, it's like, oh, well, okay, well, I want to get out, and because I'm trying to protect my account at that point. Because if it does just, just tank down on you. So I think I'm going to wait for a trend reversal. I mean, I know that I could trade through this area, but the reality of it is we just lost 10 ticks. That's quite a lot. It's $250. I think that what's best, honestly, would be to just wait for a trend reversal. Just wait for things to fall back down some and then trade on the way down. I think for a trend reversal to happen, well, I mean, we're a little ways from it. But I think for a trend reversal to happen, obviously the first thing we need is the 9 to cross below the 12. But we're a long way, from what I can tell, to get there. Probably 10 minutes. But we have had cooling off in the TTM. And you can see it's been harder and harder for us to make new highs. So I think that to a large degree, this is beginning to reverse, but it's going to be a minute until that actually happens. Ah. 30 seconds left on this candle. So I guess one of the cues is, why is the market ripping today? It clearly, started ripping yesterday, midday. And I guess we're just getting some continuation off of that, but you know, uh we fell all the way down to this like 4,000 level, and this is basically where the S&P has been battling. This is like 4K level. We're losing slightly more and more on the TTM. Like it's definitely cooling down, but it's cooling down very slowly, and that may indicate a turnaround after a period of consolidation. But I don't know, the way I kind of see it, like this actually does look like it may turn around. Like we have a lot of extension here from the VWAP. The VWAP's all the way at 39.98, and we're up at 40.15. So so likely we'd want to pull back to like around 4,000, or pull back to around like, yeah, I would say like 4,000. That's like right here. And I think that would be a bit reasonable. And then look for a bounce off that 4,000, or potentially short it on the way down. As it does look like we're kind of in that area to begin that trend reversal, but it's just not there yet. It's going kind of slow, honestly. I do think that it's going to happen, and there we go. There's a bit of a momentum move. We got filled way too high on that candle. 15 seconds left on this candle. Okay, we did get that. Up 500 in the sim, down to 58 in the evaluation. Still up on the total on the evaluation, but only like 20, 30 bucks. TTM is cooled to 5. Positive 5 on the TTM. Definitely have the cooling candles. Hey, what's up, all in the bay, man? You didn't know I had a stream? Yeah, man, I stream every day, Monday through Friday at 10:30 market time, and we stream futures. Mainly, we trade the ES, which is the SP 500, the SPY. So mainly that's what we trade. It's pretty much all we trade on the futures for the most part. Occasionally we trade the NQ, and when we started off, we were pretty much only trading the NQ. But we switched it to the ES, just because the ES, number one, you get more per tick, and number two, the price movement's a little bit more predictable. Jumping back in. Okay, so we're up $500 in the simulator, on the evaluation. And by the way, all in the bay, we're working to earn funding in the futures market using Elite Trader funding. Elite Trader funding is a really dope program. They're actually doing a sale right now, Labor Day sale, where you actually get 75% off of you get 75% off of any of the evaluations that you see here for the first month, and then after that it's 60% off for life. So you could actually get a 50K evaluation for 40 bucks, $41.25, and you get a $2,000 drawdown with a $3,000 profit target. You can actually take 8 contracts. This is just ridiculous how cheap it is, honestly, to get access to that. To get access to 50 grand, you're paying $41.25. It's just totally crazy just how inexpensive that is. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Tiny? Great to see you here. Just woke up. Had a sorry, all in the bay. I have a visual impairment, so had a migraine set this morning. Sorry to hear that. Much better now, though. That's good. Yeah, on the way. I got a visual impairment, so I trade through that. Okay, so this trend reversal that I was mentioning is starting to happen. It's not there yet, not completely, but I was talking about getting a pullback to around. I'm gonna actually say the 50 EMA, which is 4005. That's the area that I would really look for. It has definitely a short off these levels would have been great. It's very difficult for me though to trade for that length of time. Honestly, like if I'm trading the ES more than like a minute, I start getting nervous. So TTM has cooled down to 1.9. Its previous candle was 2.7 and 3.9 before that. So definitely some exponential move to a degree. Now this candle here is really going to be the determining candle of whether or not we continue to trend downwards. And this one ended up being pretty green, actually pretty solidly green. Popped up $2. It's quite a lot. That's like 8 ticks. So I don't know. Will this trend reversal, will we actually get this trend reversal, or are we going to continue to be bullish on the day? I personally would like to see the trend reversal just because I want to see more consistent movement. We've been getting basically like 1 and 2 tick moves for a lot of these areas. Come on. Not much of a cooling on that. Went from 2 to 1.4, now 1.3. I want to see more. I don't know, I guess I want to see more pessimism, if you will. I just want to see this trend reverse. Okay. Jump over here. That's a pretty heavy reversal right there. Looking for an entry. Right now, I can't do it because it's at the bottom of the candle. I got to wait for the candle to fill back up some. But that's definitely what we're looking for on the trend reversal. So this is the beginning of the trend reversal. Wow, it's still continuing to sell off. That's crazy. That's a big move. $6. That $6 move, I mean, what is that? 6 times 4 is 24 ticks. Watch for these shorts to fill here, possibly. Oh, no. Okay. Tried to get in there on a short and ended up canceling it just because I didn't want to see that fill up. I didn't want to see it do that exact thing right there, that doji. Trying to be very cautious in our evaluation. We've already lost $258 today in the eval. We're still up in the eval, but barely. Bulls are kind of taking over on this candle here. It's still a red candle, but you can see the bulls are filling it, and there we go. So candle's a doji to the bottom. Because this ended up with a green hammer candle, we may see that pushback up, but I would be looking for it to maybe push up like 1 or 2 candles, possibly 3, and then continue down. Currently, we've got the 9 below the 12 and then 26 crossing over. So right now it's too indecisive. That's the way I wanted to see. Okay. Join the ass there.
Order filled.
Got in, looking for a push to the downside. A little bit more. Just a little bit more of a push. Come on, down, down, down. Go, go, go. Sell, sell, sell.
Order filled.
Okay, there we go. We got that. That puts us up 62.80 in the eval, still down 217 on the day on the evaluation from this one trade right here, which I should have held because I ended up being right, but we got out of it at the very, very bottom of that wick, which has happened quite a bit. And I know you guys have seen that on the channel, and it's pretty frustrating, but it's just the way it goes sometimes. So you just have to be diligent about those things. Man, I sure overtraded yesterday. Today, not much. But and a green on the week on both paper accounts. That's awesome for the first time in forever. So yesterday, Tiny, we actually ended up taking some trades at the 11 o'clock reversal unintentionally. I was just getting on my computer to do some video editing and stuff like that, and I happened to have left my software open, which I never do, and I just saw the market kind of flipping, and I saw a trend reversal happening. So we took quite a few trades there, and brought our eval up to 280. Then we took a $258 loss on our first trade of the day. So it's like easy come, easy go, right? That's trading. Big pullback here. Gonna switch to, I want to go for 5. I don't know if that's too ambitious though. It seems too ambitious. I'm gonna go for 3. Try and get in right there. Missed that entry point, cutting it. Bull's filling up some. Maybe off of 4004 and down. Yeah. This is the trend reversal we were hoping for. And honestly, I wish I would have traded the 2 big red candles here. Probably going to get some shorts fill off this. What I don't want to do is exactly what I did up here, where I was right, but I was just right at the wrong time. This might pop up to about the 50. Wow. When you're right, you're right. Jeez. So I'd be looking for the 50 as a rejection point. I don't want to see it go much past the 58. I just kind of want to see it reject it. I'd be looking for a red on the next one. 50 may act as support. I hope not, though.
Order filled.
No, go back down. You had all this momentum to the downside. Go, go, go. Should have gone for 2 ticks. Okay, there we go. We got the 3 ticks on that. Okay, now down 151 on the day, up 129.08 total in the eval. And by the way, guys, if you want to trade like this, hey, what's up, Adam, man? It's great to see you. Great to see everybody here. If y'all are lurking, y'all are hanging out, man, please like, please subscribe, please ring the bell for notifications. You are back green. I'm so happy to hear that, man. Back green on KPRX trade. Selling this time. Good job, dude. That's awesome, man. If y'all are lurking, y'all are hanging out, man, please like, please subscribe, please ring the bell for notifications. We're getting more and more play here every day, and I want to thank every one of you personally. It really does mean a lot that you guys are showing up here, and that I'm not just showing up and trading to dead air. We've only been doing this stream now for about a month, and just in that time, we've grown pretty substantially. We've gained a fair amount of subscribers. We're up at like 113, 114 subscribers, something like that. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. I really appreciate that you would even consider subscribing to me. I appreciate that. So let's jump into the trade zone. Okay, so let's pull back a little bit and just get another look at the market. So I was saying a pullback to around 4,000. We pulled back to 4,002, which is right in the area, not exactly off of 4,000. So we got this trend reversal to the downside, which is good. I was expecting about to go down to about here, like maybe like 4,000, but we got pretty close to about 4,001, 4,002. Now as the VWAP comes up, I want the VWAP to get above 4,000. I want the VWAP to be right around here, or maybe even like in this area in between this support and resistance zone, because I think that would really provide a lot of support. But because we are pretty extended now, we've got two yellows on the TTM, and we went from 6.8 to 6.3 currently, so about a half a point up on the TTM. Could be another trend reversal to actually look for a move to the upside. I'm gonna zoom in on this crossover here just to get an idea. Currently, the 9 crossed below the 35, and it looks like the 12 may cross below the 35. So this is telling me that, hey, we may continue down. If we hold support here at the 50, I think that's going to be the determining factor. The 50 right now, though, is a little too, it's too indecisive right now, being right on the 50. We want it to either bounce decisively off the 50 or reject decisively off the 50. It's the decisiveness that I'm looking for in the market. We went from 6.8 to 6.5 to now 5.7. So to me, I'm thinking that, hey, we're going to move back to the upside here. Let's jump to our evaluation. And yep, there's that jump. I was going to look for 3 ticks to the upside, look for a pullback. That looks like an entry.
Order filled.
Got the entry, looking for 3 ticks up. We hit 2. Push up, push up. I think you need to be trading 2 ticks today, not 3. Dropping this.
Order filled.
Okay. We got out of that. I don't know if we got 2 or 3 on that. We got 3. So now we're down to 84.88 in the on the day. We're up 195.36 on the evaluation. Let's double check to see if we got 3. We went from 75 to 50. Yeah, we got 3 ticks on that one. Okay, nice rip up. I'm gonna bump this to 2 ticks just because that 3 tick area, it keeps like tapping it and not filling. And so, oh wow, actually, heck, I'm going 5. Let's see. A bounce off of 40.10 is where I'd be looking at. So look for a bounce off of 40.10. We came up and we ran into resistance right there at the 26. We got like very close to 40.10. This is a new candle, so I'm not going to enter. Not yet. Okay, wow. Look at that. Coming up for a push on this trend reversal here for these push towards these highs. The music stopped. Got to get that music going again. Hard for me to trade without that music, man. Okay, it's back. It's just a really quiet intro. All right, so not seeing a pullback yet. I think I absolutely should have taken it off that 40.10 level. Nice momentum move up. 10 seconds left on this candle. I genuinely feel like I missed the op there. Okay. Got this pullback here, but the 9 is above the 12. We're about to cross over. TTM's about to switch. I'm bullish here for a move to the upside. Just waiting for the right entry point, which I think was honestly maybe at the bottom of that red. This one's becoming bullish on the bottom there. Join the bid here.
Order filled.
Got the entry going for 5 ticks to the upside. Looking for 40, 15, 75. Are we gonna get that? Cut it there.
Order filled.
Took profit. We did hit that number. Now down 1860 on the day. Up 261 on the evaluation. We ended up taking 4 ticks, I think. 1450 to 15. We took 3 ticks. Could have got that 5 ticker. That would have put us in profit on the day, but I didn't take it just because it essentially, I was looking for a little bit more momentum for that. That's kind of been the running theme of the day. Okay, so we did get a cyan switch here on this red candle. Now I want to see the 9 and 12 get above this 26 and take that crossover move for a move to the upside, by the way. So we're at what, 5 seconds left on this candle. It's flipping bullish. I'm not going to take this move yet. I do think it's going to go to the upside though. We've got the TTM now at 1.8. Let's jump over to TOS and do some chart analysis there. So we've got this level here where you can see we traded all in this area where we were hitting wicks and support in this spot here. And we basically tap that. So it's like this 40-15 zone as a area of support and resistance. Will we come up and will we test these highs of days? After this pullback here, which I think that we absolutely needed, this essentially consolidated through this square, like through this little zone right here. And we're getting a fresh TTM, but that fresh TTM, by the way, if you guys don't know what the TTM, I have a full video that like gets really in detail about it. But on the TTM here, we're flipping to like 1.7. So we went 0.6 to 1.3 to 1.7. That's not enough of momentum stacking on the TTM. If you remember in our video, now that video applies mainly to stocks, but we're looking for some exponential moves. Now in the ES, I haven't quite exactly gauged it about how much of a move I'm looking for, but typically I'm looking for at least 1 point. So if it's at 1, I want it to go to 2. If it's at 2, I want it to go to 3. And to me, that's given enough momentum. And if you look here where we had this this downward momentum move, we went from positive 1.3 to negative 0.04. So that was more than a 1 point. And then we went to negative 3. So that's a huge difference to go from. We went from negative 0.04 to negative 1.5, but that's what I'm talking about. It's more than 1 point of a difference. So we had that run up, hit resistance at 40.15, pulled back. Now we may bounce off the 35 zone here. So I guess that's what we'd be looking for, is a bounce off that 35. We got this hammer at the bottom after 1, 2, 3, 4 red candles. And Mayere, what time is it? Let's see. So we're about to get a new 5. And actually, we should take a moment. I think this may pop up, but we should take a moment to take a look at the 5-minute chart. So on the 5-minute chart, we've actually we had that cyan switch here at about 7:20, 7:15. This is right before we started the stream. And on the cyan chart, or sorry, the 5-minute chart, you can see that we were going cyan all the way till right about now, and then we are getting a cyan candle on the TTM, but it's jumping back and forth between cyan and dark blue. So it's like, do we pop up? Do we cool down? So I guess what I might be looking for is a trend reversal on the 5, but in reality, this almost looks like it may form an ABCD pattern over a period of time. I don't know that that's how it's going to play out, but we did bounce nicely off that 35 or off that 9 right there on the 5-minute chart. Going to jump back to a 1. All right, back on the 1. Now we can really... On the 1, we're still stacking on TTM. We went from 2.7 to 3.3, 3.2, but it's not enough. Like I said, like I'm really looking for like a 1.0 or higher move on the TTM in order to really sort of like assess that that upward move. Practicing with displaced 9, 8 EMA and +1. See now, low with it being that way. What is displaced 9 EMA? Just curious. Nice move there. Good thing I'm not at my desk, or I'd be over trading. Well, Tiny, you know we overtraded last week. We overtraded last Friday, and we overtraded on Monday and Tuesday. So, frankly, just the fact that we're up in our evaluation, I'm happy about that. I'm happy that we're getting closer to that funding, if you will. Okay, so looks like we're getting a trend reversal again to the downside. Now, I was calling out a potential ABCD pattern. So in order for that to be, essentially we want to see this trend reverse and then bounce again right around this like 4,000 area and then go up from there. And I was also saying for the VWAP to get into this 4K zone. Now here's a thing, okay? Now here's a cue and a pattern that I've seen. Now, I don't know this for sure, and I want that to be very clear. This is just something I've observed recently. So I'll have to like actually backtest this and make sure that test this theory. But we've got this 200 SMA down here, this 200 moving average, simple moving average, crossing over above the VWAP. Now, does that indicate a downward move? Does that indicate that over the next X amount of time that we've got a downward move on the way? We know for sure that when the 50 crosses or the 200 crosses above the 50 EMA, that we're going to get a downward move and a pretty heavy one. Now, does it work the same way with the VWAP? So it's just a quick cue. BRB, I will be back in about 30 seconds. I know fall's on its way when I start getting like morning sniffles. Like when I start just getting like stuffed up in the morning and no fall's on its way. The alder trees, the birch trees, they're all filled with all the pollens. Ah. It's a setting that I read about in Investopedia, and it supposedly makes it a leading indicator, and that setting versus a lagging one at the 0 setting. Interesting. If you know how to set that up on, well, you know what? I'll look it up and see if I can figure out how to set that on TOS and see what difference it makes in trading. I'd be curious because I use the 9 all the time. I use the 9 for everything that I trade, from stocks to crypto to futures. We use the 9, the 12, the 26, the 35, the 50, and the 200. If you can't tell, I use a lot of moving averages. But I found that moving averages are pretty reliable indicators. So this stayed cyan, but never got like a real nice momentum move. It did stay cyan, but it's barely there. And actually, after this, like, so we went 3.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And now we dropped to 3. So half a point down on the TTM. Let's take a look here. Okay, so looking at the indications, on the indicators here, we've got the 9 above the 12. We got this 35 that just now crossed above the 26. And while we're getting a pullback at the moment, 35 above the 26 typically indicates a momentum move to the upside on the way. And to give you an example of that, here it is right back. Whoops. Here is my enormous price ladder. Now that's too small. There we go. Okay, so to give you what I mean by the 35 above the 26, and to give you an example of that, and how we can kind of judge momentum using the 35, right in this zone here, you can see prior to this breakout. So prior to this breakout, we got that 35, this darker blue line, was riding above the 26, which is this white line, this 26 simple moving average. So because this was riding above, this was saying, hey, there's a momentum move on the way, right? Now, even though we're downtrending here at this point, this indicator is saying, hey, we're about to move to the upside or in the next like X amount of time. So all we have to do then at that point is wait for the 9 to cross above the 12. Once that 9 crosses above the 12, we know that we're going to see that momentum move, or we think we have a strong indication of that we're going to see that upward momentum move. And as it happens, it's we were able to predict it usually about 8 minutes in advance or so, 8 to 10. So where's this actual crossover? It's like right there. Is at 7:10, and the crossover for this happened at 6:50. So this one was 20 minutes of predicting that breakout, and while it ran up, you could see that it stayed, the 35 stayed above the 26 until right here at 7:31. Okay, now right at 7:31, you can see that. So when this dropped below, that's indicating, hey, there is a downward move on the way. A downward, we're losing momentum, and we're gonna see a downward move. So it diverged some, and then right here, there was our peak at 7:42. So this called it at 31. 11 minutes later, we hit that peak, and then we actually got a downward cross right here at 7:51. So 9 minutes later. So That's how we can use the 35 in order to predict momentum before momentum is here. Now we've just got this 35 crossed over the 26. What, 3 minutes ago? So this may indicate another momentum move to the upside to potentially test the highs of the day. Gonna jump to our evaluation here. On the TTM though, we've got some cooling off, so we may still have to consolidate some before we get that breakout. Because even on the TTM here, we're down to 1.5, 1.4. So we did see a nice bounce though off the 50. It went from 4,008 up to 4,013. That's at $5 is gives us. I wish I could just decline like having this song. I just get like distracted by lyrics, honestly. That's not the one. Well, this one here. Okay. So this 35 indicates that we may have another upward momentum for a test of the highs. The TTM, however, is telling us a different story. The TTM is telling us that we're cooling off some. So we may actually have some pullbacks to this area and potentially ride this 50 again. But you can see right now that we're getting a move upward. I tried to take a quick scalp there, but I didn't get filled at the area that I would want to get filled up. All right, I'm doing the bid there. I gotta pull this out slightly. You got a doji at the top. There we go. I'm gonna flat that. Lost 250 on that in the sim. I flatted it because of the TTM. So, and if this 26 crosses above that 35, then it's going to look less bullish. Currently, it's there right now, but it's on the current candle. And because it's on that current candle, it's not necessarily valid, if you will, until this candle closes. So if this candle happens to spike green or something like that, then this 35 would continue to be valid. But we'll have to wait and see. We've got another 15 seconds on this candle. TTM is looking like a trend reversal. Now, the TTM is also a very reliable indicator a lot of the time in judging momentum as well. So if this one, yeah, so it did spike green. However, the 26 crossed above the 35. So it may still end up working. We got a cyan switch there. 4,015 is this resistance. Took 2 ticks on that in the sim. We're just barely on cyan, so I don't think it's trustworthy yet. We went from 0.7 to 0.8, so it's just not enough trust in it yet. And with the 26 getting above the 35, that kind of tells me that this might not work out. But every other indicator is telling us bullish move. So this one is a little bit contradictory towards this one. So we may have a bullish short term and then switch to a bearish move. My hope would be, though, that we actually just come up and test the highs And I don't want to put too much faith in indicators because, at the end of the day, they're all just indicators. So you still have to rely a lot on your trading. This indicator's at 41.11 or 40.11, and this one's at 40.10. They're about $1 apart. Getting a pullback. The moment. Let's take a quick short. All right. How's everyone doing today? Red, green, in between? I'm just going to get up on the chat here. So it's just this one comment. It's in the edit settings when you right click or use the setting button. Either way, it'll switch it. Interesting. So I can change my original 9 EMA to a displaced EMA just inside where I set up all the studies. So, by the way, guys, if you want to attempt to earn funding in the futures market, check out Elite Trader Funding. Right now, they're giving 75% off for the first month and 60% off for every month thereafter. It's a really ridiculous deal. So the 50K evaluation you can get for $41.25, and after that, it goes to $66. You can take 8 positions in the ES or 80 micros. You get a $2,000 drawdown with a $3,000 profit target. There's no maximum amount of time that it takes in order for you to get funded. So there's no time limit like with the fast tracks. The fast tracks, by the way, do not qualify for that deal, but the fast tracks have a time limit on when you need to beat it. All the other products do not, and they just have a minimum of 5 days of trading. So yeah, you can earn funding in as little as 5 days if you can hit their profit target without breaking their rules. So really, really awesome stuff. And by the way, guys, if you are not subscribed to our email newsletter, please subscribe to our email newsletter, because you will get emails from me. You'll get emails about the discounts and promos and stuff like that that we are privy to, being a affiliate of Elite Trader Funding. And on top of that, you'll also get other insights inside my email that I don't share anywhere else. I will begin soon, probably like the beginning of the fourth quarter or something like that, writing out those emails that are very exclusive to our email list. I used to do that in the past, back when we had our digital entrepreneurs, our digital marketing business, and a lot of people really seemed to love it because it gave them a lot of just insights and ideas. And for me, it was very therapeutic because it gave me the ability to just write my thoughts out and just share them. So please consider subscribing to the email newsletter, and I would consider it a personal favor to me if you guys are open to that. So that 26 did diverge from that 35. We're getting what looks to be the very beginning of a crossover here. Now this area, so we still got 9 above 12, 26 is still below. This area is pretty crucial. The next candle, if it crosses down, then we'll likely have a move to the downside. I definitely don't think I'm taking as many trades as I could, but that's okay. Got 2 ticks on the up 56250 in the evaluation, or sorry, in the sim. I wish that was the evaluation. Getting a pullback here. Okay, pretty heavy pullback. So are we going to get that cross? It looks like we might. I don't think we'll know for another candle. TTM's at positive 0.9. $13 on this candle. It's 8:30, so we may see another trend reversal. 11:30 market. There we go. Look at that. You see that? You see that divergence right there? How there's 26 diverged down, and the 9 stayed above the 12. This may show a move to the upside. There it goes. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here for a second. So we did kind of get that ABCD pattern sort of. Now may look for a breakout on this. Looking for an entry point. Maybe a pullback to like 40.14.
Order filled.
Filled there. Looking for 5 ticks to the upside. Looking at, so we got filled at 40.14.25, and we're looking for 40.15.50. Currently down 2 ticks. New candle popping. Come on, just rip over 40.15. Just rip over there. Rip, rip, rip. Cutting it there.
Order filled.
It's probably still going to rip, but it took, what? Took 2 ticks on that one. That officially puts us on positive on the day. So we're up, what? $302.92 in the evaluation. Up 22.68 on the day. I do think that rip is going to happen to that 40.15. There it is. So if I would have held it, we would have ended up getting 3 more ticks off that. Another $75. But, you know, I cut it because of the indecisiveness around this area, around that 40.15. And that 40.15, in my opinion, is kind of its own resistance level that it's attempted there a couple of times. So I'm gonna throw a resistance area right here, and I'll probably extend this out a little bit so that we don't lose it in like 10 minutes. Big rejection off that area. Huge rejection. Look at that. Wow. So we tapped 40.17 on this green. Certainly wish I would have taken the full 5, but we're cool with 2. You know, we're green on the day. The additional 75 would have put us close to being green about $100, which would have been nice. But it's really okay. The fact is that we lost $260 on our first trade, and we've traded back up through that, and we're actually positive on the day now. So big reversal on that. Jumping back over to TOS to take a look at the charts here. So if the 35 crosses above the 26, then I'm bullish. If it doesn't, then I'm a little more bearish than that. But pretty crucial. With this big of a red candle right there and that super tough rejection at 40.17, which really is like 40.15 off that level. With that rejection there, it's very difficult to determine which direction this is going for me, at least for me. So we hit a 1.6 cap on that cyan switch, and now we're pulling back some, and I'm more inclined to be somewhat bearish that it's going to pull back to maybe like the 50. Let's jump on a 5-minute chart and just take a look at that. I'm sorry if this is hard to see through it with all these support and resistance lines drawn in. On the 5-minute chart here, we're actually cooling off on the 5-minute. We went from 17.8 to 17.4 to 16.8. So we're moving down about 0.6 at a time on the 5-minute chart. So I think the biggest trend reversal that's going to happen is when this 9 on the 5, when this 9 drops below the 12, then I think that'll be one of the biggest trend reversals to happen. Just checking back in with y'all's. We got pretty reasonable amount of viewers today. Please like, please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And when you guys show up and when you guys subscribe and all that, it really does help this channel grow. It lets YouTube know that, hey, there's some valuable content here. And please, share it with other people who also interested in this type of content. We need an algo script to tell the difference between regular buy to open orders versus buy to cover orders. Huh. That'd be interesting. That'd be a cool indicator. Let's jump back in. We've been streaming now for just over an hour. For the y'all of you don't know, if you're new here, we stream every day at 10:30 market time. It's 10:30 Eastern time, 7:30 Pacific. We trade every day at that time. We trade futures, and we're looking to earn funding in Elite Trader Funding, which is currently given 75% off for the first month and 60% off for life after that. So amazingly huge discounts. Y'all can check out the link in my description and use promo code JSBEST in order to take advantage of that. It's kind of going sideways at this point. Like, we came up, we rejected 40.15 here, we rejected 40.15 here. I really wish I would have taken that full 5. The 50's been moving up with this. Let's take a look at the other indicators on the pullback, on the pullout. So, do you remember what my theory was? And again, I'm like, I don't know, because I don't have enough data. So I'd have to verify this. But when the 200 moving average crosses above the VWAP, this is a question that I have. This is not this is what happens. So the question that I have is, does this actually indicate downward movement to come? Like downward movement on the way. And for 200, and so this crossed over at around 8 o'clock. So for the 200 to be at that point, would we need 200 minutes? I don't think it would take that long, but it's just a question. I'd have to check data points for that. We know that when the 200 crosses above the 50, it's a huge downward move. We know that when the 50 crosses above the 200, it's a huge upward move. So, okay, so we got another. Nope, we didn't. Never mind. Got kind of this U-shaped pattern here. Looks like we're switching to cyan again. It's very, very much just going sideways. So, by the way, guys, if you guys aren't subscribed to our email newsletter, make sure you subscribe to that. There's a link. It's the very first link in the description. It's taking you to my website and allow you guys to opt in. And what that does for you is it gives you reminders of our stream. So we send out a daily reminder of our stream. It also sometimes there's content there that we don't share anywhere else. Content that I just get in the habit of writing over time, and it's just like thoughts and ideas. We've got over 10 plus years of entrepreneurial experience. So if you guys are interested in learning some of the stuff that I've learned over the last, last decade plus. If you guys are interested in learning some of that, make sure you subscribe to the email newsletter, and I'd be more than happy to share that information with you guys. Also, too, please please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, because when you guys do that, it lets YouTube know that hey, we're an up and coming growing channel, and we're gonna be here for our people. So it lets YouTube know that, and it helps our channel grow quite a bit. So we've been getting more and more subs and views every day, and I'm really grateful and happy about that, and grateful and happy that you guys feel open enough to let me into your hearts and let me into your houses with these videos. So I appreciate that very much. So okay, I think we may see a trend reversal bouncing off that 26. It's very sideways, so I've been hesitant to take trades just because of that. Let me take a quick short here. All right, we got that short up 687.50 in the sim. Also, guys, if you want to earn funding in the futures market, trade just like me, y'all can check out Elite Trader Funding. Elite Trader Funding is a very, very dope program. Right now, they're offering 75% off their first month. This is a crazy deal, absolutely insane deal that brings this 50K eval down to $41.25. And after that, it's 60% off for life. It's a lifetime discount if you use promo code JSBEST. That's the link in the description, and use my promo code JSBEST. You'll get $2,000 in drawdown available to you, and $3,000 profit target, and you trade up to 8 contracts of the minis and 80 contracts of the micros. So pretty crazy right there. And lastly, guys, if you guys like trading, hey, I appreciate that, Adam. I really do. If you guys like trading crypto, options, or stocks, check out the link to Webull in the description. I use Webull for day trading each and every day. I use Webull and I use Thinkorswim, and I use both of those every day that I day trade stocks. And I also use Webull to trade crypto sometimes as well. So if you guys like that, you guys will actually, I personally think they have amazing software myself. But you guys will actually get 6 free stocks when you sign up using my link. Once you fund your account with $100. So $100, you'll get 6 free stocks using my link. It's absolutely pretty crazy. You'll automatically be green when you sign up. So with that lifetime discount on the $41 for every resets. That's creative stuff. So what it would be is you get your very first month is 75% off. Okay, that's the first month. That brings it down to $41.25 for the 50K evaluation. Okay, so you get 1 month of trading for $41. Your second month and every month thereafter would be 60% off, which would bring that down to I believe it is 66. Let me just double check. 165 times 0.4. Yeah, $66. So that would be $66 a month thereafter. That's the lifetime discount. And resets are always $75. However, if you happen to need a reset, you can wait for your rebill. And when your rebill happens, it'll automatically reset your account if you happen to have broken a rule and you're already, down in your account. If not, it won't reset you. It's not going to reset your progress. But if you've broken a rule or something like that and you need to pay for a reset, you can also wait for your rebill, and it'll just automatically reset for you. So that's a way that you can actually save money but not paying for resets. And if you're like 2, 3, 4 days away from your rebill, I would just say, hey, don't pay for the reset. Just wait that couple of days and just let your rebill happen, and then it'll just reset your account. So yeah, $66 is crazy cheap. Like, compare that to like Top Step or or Apex Trading or any of the other prop firms out there. Compare it. Like, you're saving $100 by market standards. It's just you're saving $1,200 a year by market standards. It's absolutely insane how inexpensive that is, comparatively speaking, to what is actually being offered in the marketplace. So yeah. Yeah, exactly, Tiny. And I ended up doing that myself. There was one time that I actually paid for a reset because I didn't know, and I paid for a reset right before my rebill, and that was my very first rebill, and I just didn't know. And yeah, they are by far the cheapest, but they're I'm not going to use the word cheap. I'm going to use the word inexpensive. And the reason why I'm going to use the word inexpensive is because they don't operate their company like they're a cheap company. Those guys have absolutely tremendously valuable customer service. They're there, like, they're Johnny on the spot. Whenever I have a question, they answer me fast. They answer me like I'll submit like an email support ticket or something like that. They respond in like 10 minutes. So they're very fast. They're nice people. So they're not like douchey about like, anything. They're incredibly helpful. They actually just opened up a Discord group this week. So you can get active in the Discord group there too. But they're incredibly helpful people, and they genuinely want to see their traders succeed. So that's what I really like about them. Above all else, like, cost aside, like, they are, by the way, the most inexpensive that is available out there. But cost aside, they are a good company to work with. Like, they're actually good-hearted, good-natured people who care a lot about their customer service, and they're there like helping you quickly resolve your situation. And they always, from what I've seen so far over the 3 months that I've been working with them, is that they make the ethical choice each and every time. So I look for that in companies. Being an entrepreneur myself, and having worked with hundreds of brands over the last decade or so, having worked with all those brands out there, I've been in the position where I've experienced unethical behavior and lack, like, really relaxed customer service, i.e. lazy customer service. I've experienced all that stuff before, and I'm sure everyone else has too. And there's just a certain personal value that comes from a company that genuinely cares about its ownership and genuinely cares about its customer, and you can tell that they're putting forth the effort to actually help you resolve your situation. And like, when you're the customer in that position, it feels good to actually like know that somebody's actually trying their best to help you. And that's what I personally really like about them a lot. And then, of course, they are the most inexpensive option that's out there with the discounts that they offer. At their regular rates, they're at pretty much fair market value, but they offer a reasonable amount of promos. I've never seen them offer promo that cheap. Personally, it's a Labor Day sale thing. It ends on September 5th. And again, obviously, guys, use my link, use the promo code JSBEST. We're going to stop talking about ETF right now and get back to these charts here. So we did have a pullback. We're getting a possible crossover. I was waiting on this pullback for a very long time. We're getting a possible crossover to the upside here. We've got, let's take a look here. We've got the 9 above the 12. And the 35 is crossing below. So the 9 and 12 are crossing above the 35. That's a good thing. TTM. So TTM's actually moving pretty quickly. We went from 2 to 1.5 to 0.9 to 0.2. So it's not as fast as I want to see, but it's still moving pretty quickly. I think that we may see another move up again. Let's jump to the evaluation. get zoomed in here a little bit. Put this on 2 tick. Got 26 seconds left in this this candle here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 greens in a row. Currently on a 7th green. Who knows if we'll end like that? We're getting a doji at the top with the bears are in control. We're going to see a pullback here. I love this bulls bears in volume indicator. So it does the volume, but it also lets me know who's winning. Like this one's obviously very clearly it's 100% red, but this one here is 100% green. So it just lets me know like who like where the momentum is, where the buyers are in control, where the sellers are in control. Well, okay, so we've got the 9 crossing above the 26, with the 12 in the right position. A 35 cross above the 26 would be really solid. We've got a cyan switch down here. I think that we're going to see another move, like probably a relatively momentum move. And there it is. Looking for a quick pullback entry. That's where I wanted to see it, was right there. Let's join the bid here. Missed the entry. Cutting that. 7 seconds left in this candle. So we had this 1 minute pullback. Then we had this 1 minute candle to make a new high. It wicked up above the high and kind of flattened out at the top of that red wick. We do have, so we went from 0.6 to 1.3. So we have a 0.7 move on the TTM. We've got the 9 above the 12. 26 is still here. 35 is not crossed above the 26. If that 35 crosses above the 26 with this type of move, then I think we'll see a retest of the highs. And if you guys recall, we're still kind of testing the theory. If the 200 crosses above the VWAP, will that lead to bearish movement over time? Because we do know that if this red line gets above that green, we're going to see a heavy move to the downside. Getting resistance at 40.15. That 40.15 is a super hot resistance point. Going to get hyper zoomed in here. 9 and 12 are diverging. 26 still out of position though. Going to get rid of this line, just kind of in the way. No, it's easier. TTM at 0.6, 1.6, 2.2. And join the bid here.
Order filled.
Looking for a move up to 40.16. Taking 3 ticks. 19 seconds. 17 seconds left on this candle. Prefer some upward momentum. 8 seconds. Doji. Okay, currently at break even on this one. The doji at the top.
Order filled.
All right, we got that. Up 88.96 on the day. Coming up towards these highs here. But yeah, we're up $80+ on the day. We're up $369.20 in our evaluation. We've been streaming for close to an hour and a half. Probably going to go ahead and shut it down there. As always, guys, check out all the links in the description. If you guys want to donate directly to this channel, there is a PayPal donation button in there. So you guys can donate directly and support the channel that way if you want. Of course, you can always just support the channel by liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell for notifications. Absolutely free. And you guys can join our email newsletter that also helps support the growth of this channel as well. Obviously, it's free to join our email newsletter as well. And we talk about stuff there that we don't share anywhere else. So you may want to join that if you want to get personal insights from me. And just, you know, yesterday we gave everyone a great big old bear hug through our email. So, you know, if you guys want to be a part of a community that's growing like that, community of love, positivity, and optimism, then please, by all means, join in any way that you can, in any way that makes sense to you. And as always, if you're trying to earn money in Elite Trader Funding, you can use our link below. Use promo code JSBEST for the deals that I've already talked about today. And last but not least is Webull. If you guys want to get 6 free stocks for free, go ahead and join using my link. And thank you, Joel, for staying late. Much appreciated. Have a great week and holiday. Yeah, thank you so much for reminding me, actually. There is no markets closed on Monday. It's Labor Day. So we got this 3-day weekend coming up. So I hope everyone has a happy and safe holiday. I hope you guys get an opportunity to get some rest, refocus your mind, come back on Tuesday with a heart that's filled and a mind that's clear. And I look forward to seeing you guys all on Tuesday. My beautiful friends out there, and love and appreciation to you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys, for helping the channel grow. We've grown a lot over the last couple of days, and that's because of you guys. So thank you. Thank you very much. With that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it and go spend some time with my family. All right, guys. Love and appreciation. We'll see you on Tuesday. Peace.